What's going on, guys? It's me, Shukushu. We're back with another Musume video. Hope y'all had a good weekend. Um, and in this video, I don't know why I said but in this video, as you can see, we are gonna be training Cheval Grand, the swimsuit one, because long distance. Already starting to get prepped for the January CM. Because we just finished up with the last CM on Friday, because that's when I posted the last video, and that's what it was about, along with the event. So here we are, with Cheval Grand. Gonna train her for the first time manually, because I have tried training her auto, but I haven't trained her manually at all. And those runs were kind of just like, eh. I honestly don't know. I don't think I've manually trained for this CM yet, so we'll see how it goes, I guess. For the setup, well, we're gonna obviously go with one of everything, because we do need to work on stamina this time around. So instead of borrowing a wise card, I decided to just stick with the stay gold one, because I would have to use Haru. So I'd rather just excuse me. Woo, yeah, I'm still sick. I'm sorry about that if that surprised you. That it surprised me because it came out of nowhere. Because even with Haru, I'm just basically tanking a whole card with skills I won't use, so it's basically the same thing, except I'll at least get better stats with Taishin than I would with Haru, at least from experience when I was just using Haru. So I'd rather just go through with this, I guess. It's what my decision came to. So Almond Ice Speed, Hoshina Friend, Super Creek, because I don't have a better stamina card, which is why I wouldn't mind another general stamina or a general wise card. I think I could see the general wise card coming before the stamina card, because what was the cards we got again? It was speed, right? Speed and power. So yeah, we might get a stamina or wise card in the future pretty soon. I could maybe maybe. But before I talk more about that, or yeah, before I just keep talking about that, let's get the run started. So before we do get started with the run and go over the comments, if you guys haven't joined the Discord server, the link is down in the description down below. There's a channel called Circle Quest for those who haven't joined a circle or are looking for a circle to join. Y'all are free to join the circle that I'm in. It is called Shushu. Once you give that a search, hit request join. It'll let me know that you want to join the circle. Then after that, head over to the comment section or the Circle Quest channel on the Discord server. Let me know that you sent the request along with your in-game name, just so I can make sure to add you into the circle and not somebody else. But with that being said, it has been a little over a week now since I got sick, but I think you can tell, even though I do still have the cough, that what am I trying to say? That I guess I'm kind of just talking normal compared to like before. I'm kind of just like all lower and all that. Like my energy and talking is kind of back. Because pretty much I was holding back, I guess, just to try and not to cough too much, even though it probably ended up making me cough too much anyway. But it's cool. It's cool. But yeah, feeling better. Still sick. Um, I think there was at one point where I did feel like pretty bad. Like it wasn't like fever. It was like I think I just had a bad coughing fit, and it made me feel like dizzy and all that. I think that's pretty much what happened for a bit. That was probably the worst that's happened. But besides that, and I guess struggling to sleep, go back to sleep sometimes because of said cough, wasn't too bad, I guess. Yeah, it wasn't too bad at all because I never got the flu, I never got the fever. It was just a cough that was, or a cough that is still bothering me, I guess. I guess is the way to say it. But I think I'm good. I think I'll be okay. I'll be okay. What else? What else? Anything else happen? I don't think so. Or anything to talk about. I feel like I have something to talk about, but I guess there is something I was planning to do over the weekend if everything had came in. But I pretty much the thing I need to finish it, to, or to quote unquote say I finished it. The thing I'm planning to do hasn't came in. It'll most likely come in Monday. I had hopes that it'll come at the earliest, which was on Saturday, but it didn't. Now I should probably tell you the idea because it's like you guys are probably wondering what is he talking about. So I have a original Switch, my original Switch that I had gotten. I think it was part of the first batch. It was definitely for part of the first batch. And which one do I want to do here? We'll just do the top. Nah, we'll just do the bottom. And I think two? No, no, not two. Four? I think maybe 4 years ago. Yeah, I think that sounds about right. Three's definitely 3 to 2 sounds a little too soon. So like 4 years ago at least, that Switch had its fan started like spinning really fast, so being loud and all that. And I was like, oh no, what do I do? Obviously, replace the Switch fan, but never had done that before. And I was like, you know what? Let me see what I'm messing with. So obviously, watched videos, and I was like, okay, let me take a look because I do have screwdrivers. I have tinkered with like GameCube controllers and all that. So I was like, I guess I could just at least take a look, right? And what happened? Why do I have I don't remember why I have a thing, but I'm gonna just recover it, hopefully. And me being stupid, because I don't want to be, I guess, vulgar. Say the bad word of it, the bad version of it. Because I'm trying. I most of the time I try to keep it PG. Most of the time, I will let it slip here and there, but um. And I tried getting one screw out, and it felt like it was going, so I kept going, and I stripped it. So I'm just there like, I just left it. I was like, okay, well, I guess this Switch is pretty much done if I can't access it, right? If I can't even access it to fix it, replace the fan myself. So I just let it sit, and I was like, luckily my brother has a Switch also, so that's the reason why we were still able to play Smash and all the other games we play. And then you're probably wondering, but then how did you post all those other videos then? I don't know if I mentioned this before or not. Well, basically, my mom had somehow gotten, I forgot how she got it, where she got it, but she had gotten a Switch. And I was like, She was like, "Do you need this?" And in my head, I was like, "Technically, yes. Not technically, yes, because my Switch broke." And she was like, "All right, well, I guess here you go." And then, so I got the replacement, and so that Switch has just been sitting there, kind of just periodically I don't know how long, but it was a pretty long gap. I would charge it just to make sure that the battery doesn't die. And I think last week, I think 2 days before Christmas, I was like, you know what? Because, I don't know if you guys realize this whole month so far, but like with the whole DS, PSP things that I mentioned and all that, kind of just been in this kick where I'm like, oh, let me, try and see if there's anything I can do to my old handhelds or consoles. See, you know, and I was gonna do the same thing with do something to my one of my Game Boy SPs, the black one, because that was the one I bought from GameStop, and the blue one was my official first one. So I wanted to keep the blue one for more like, I guess, nostalgic reasons, because it still works and all that. But with the black one, wanted to just make it look nice, refresh it. So basically gonna reshell it and put in a new IPS screen on it. Yeah, so I'm gonna see how that goes, I guess, whenever that comes in. Well, that should come in with the thing I needed for the Switch to finish it. And what the thing is basically just the replacement shell, because remember that strip screw? Well, that strip screw wouldn't allow me to basically remove the backplate of the Switch. So I removed all the screws that I can, and I was surprised to figure out that I had to strip 3 screws apparently, which I didn't know I stripped 3. I just knew the obvious middle one on the right side on the Joy-Con rail. And I tried getting a screw extractor, but I don't think the screw is long enough for me to screw in a hole into it deep enough so I could put the extractor in and extract the screw. I was scared to drill too much, so kind of just gave up on that plan, and kind of left me with the last option I got, is to pretty much get a Dremel and put like the small blade on it, try to cut a line so I can put a flathead and screw it out. I gotta do that 3 times. So which means I gotta replace the rail on the right rail, which I do have, and the fan, if I want to make this, and the back plate to complete the Switch. Can I do anything else? Well, technically, if I knew how to solder things. Like, I've seen it, and I'm there like, I can do that. Shouldn't be too bad. I feel like I have maybe soldered a few things back in the past in high school because of the robotics class, but other than that, I don't think I have any experience, and that was a long time ago, but I kind of get the gist of it. I could probably get away with what I'm just trying to do if I plan to do it. And that is to pretty much, like for the DS's, or I guess even the Game Boy or the PSP, I guess, is solder in a USB-C instead of, and use that as a charging port instead, so it's more accessible, even though I do have the charger still. So that's pretty much the reason why I haven't decided to do it. Is because I don't feel like I need to, because I have the chargers at least. Is it more convenient? It would definitely be more convenient, especially if I want to, for example, don't have a place to plug the charger. But a power bank I do have. That's a different story, right? But then it would also be kind of I guess in my case, a handy skill to have. Because then maybe I'll be able to fix my own GameCube controllers because I play Smash on a GameCube controller. And as of right now, I have two dead controllers because one of them, the C stick on them is gone. It's dead. It doesn't register. Started a match, tried to do a tilt attack. I don't remember exactly which direction, and it just didn't do anything. Let it go, and I was like, all right, maybe it just didn't register that time. Went on with the fight, and after not doing any air attacks or tilt moves in the ground, I was like, hold on, let me see this real quick. Dead. And that was my backup one. My main one that I primarily use for tournaments, it was my most modded controller, I guess you can say. That one, what did happen to that one? It was another stick issue. I need to get the left stick replaced, and probably is a good checkup on it. But if I can learn soldering, I could probably just do all the maintenance myself and just get the parts. Instead of spending like, ooh, maybe not even one, 200 to 300 for 2 to 3 controllers, because I have 2 dead controllers and the third controller I want to get fixed up just to have that controller. It's the most OEM controller I have. I just replaced the shell to the emerald green one that I like. So yeah, I think me learning how to solder would actually be beneficial. But who knows? Who knows if I'll actually do it or not. So yeah, just the backplate and all that's not coming in until Monday. So today, when this video's out. Along with the new housing shelf for the Game Boy SP, which I got the Legend of Zelda one. I wish I had gotten the Majora's Mask one, but I didn't. I got the other Legend of Zelda housing for that one. So we'll go from just like the plain black one to the gold one, basically. Which will be pretty neat and will be an interesting experience because I gotta make sure I don't break any of the connections and all that. If I do, well, that's a whole different story, ain't it? That would be a whole different story, ain't it? And it won't be a good one. Definitely won't be a good one. Trying to see if there's anything else to mention along those lines. I don't think so. I don't think so. I have also thoughts on possibly modding one of my GameCubes. Like I mentioned before, I didn't know I had a second GameCube. But my original one, I don't know if it's the GameCube or it's not the disc because I was playing it on the other one. But it wasn't reading any disc, so I'm hoping it's just a laser lens on it. So maybe I can take the opportunity to possibly see what kind of mods there are for a GameCube. Maybe a reshell just for fun and just keep the other one I have as OEM. I guess that's the fun of having two, I guess, but I don't, like I said, I don't know why I have two. It might have been the reason because my old one wasn't reading anything, and that's why. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the reason why, and then I just didn't remember. But it is what it is. I should probably schedule... Every time I schedule the Triple Crown races for Cheval, specifically, she never wins. Like, she never does. So we're gonna see that again, if she will or not. Yeah, because I usually always try to get the Triple Crown for if they have like races like this or need fans, and like, all right, if it's part of the schedule, then I'll do it. But enough about my nonsense about the whole like my other, I guess I guess you could say is kind of like my new thing going on, messing around with my old handhelds, I guess. I did plug in my old GameCube, like I said, and I booted up Super Mario Sunshine. I was like, yo, this is nostalgic as hell. It's a shame though that with I would say most of the games, you don't really tell that there's an input delay, but there is. Yeah, she got second place. Oh no! I got used to global, to where like if you just, you know, you lose, and then I got used to here where it's like you normally just win, right? So I just press the green button out of habit. Well, that sucked. It is what it is. I'm still gonna do the Triple Crown races regardless. Forgot what I was saying. I forgot what I was saying. That was fast. That was fast, but I guess it's a good time to forget, because I was supposed to go over the comments a while ago, so because I did load them up as I was talking about all that, and there wasn't that many, so I thought I could get over it real quick and then just focus on the training, so I can just I guess rest. Yeah, that reason, rest my throat and avoid coughing. But well, that happened. Kind of just got into talking. It is what it is. It's fine. It is fine. But I guess I'll start going over the comments now. Starting with Nova's. And the first one says, so this happened. I got into the Group A finale and forgot to change my Uma lineup before they lock you in. So I thought I was cooked. But then the miracle happened. A room full of betweeners and my bubblegum is the only leader. So the last spurt and she was still in front and somehow kept the front and won. I think this is actually my first ever Milesium that I participated and actually won. RNG really is something. Well, congrats on that, Nova. Congrats on your... Actually, let me check if this is worth. It could be worth, but I could just do any other race now that I've completely screwed the Satsuki show, but I'll just do it, I guess. That's fine. I'll probably just do the Sakarazuka Kinen instead. 14. How long is that? Because then I could probably just do the Fall to No show and the Japan Cup instead. I think that should be enough turns actually, so Yeah, screw the races. We'll just do the trainings now for the rest of this. But congrats on winning the Group A. Actually, had no doubt that it would happen, but eventually. But the fact that I guess you had the miracle matchup worked out. Now, do I do this? Probably. And then it'll tell me to use the one, but I'll get 2 back, right? Isn't that how it works normally? Figure it out. Lene pulls were average, didn't fail the 50-50, so that's good. I'd say it's pretty good if you didn't fail the 50-50. For now, still grinding the story and all, but I'm on schedule. Oh, yeah, let's not do the Takarazuka Kinen. But I'm on schedule. As for CZN, failed the 50-50 in the first 10 pull, and I'm like, this is a pattern, isn't it? Maybe. Maybe it is. And we'll do that so we can build the bond with Yayoi. And then let's go Shushu Group A, 3rd place. Pretty much. I guess thank you. And UC Vivlos, holy. UC9 Vivlos, holy. I think there was a Vivlos, right? Yeah, there was a Vivlos. $77, I'll take it. I don't think you need to worry about the support cards. It's just another Teo like speed card and a leader power card. I think I want them both MLB for reasons, but they're not general cards. Yeah, I don't need to worry about them, which is why whatever I get after the free pulls is whatever I get. If they were general, it would have been more of a more of a painful skip. But since it isn't, I guess it's better than if it was, because then I would have felt more bad. But really, yeah, they were pretty much skippable. It's fine. It's totally fine. We want... What do I want? Wise? No, we want power now based on... Yeah, let's get some power. Why not? Let's just see... Or let's just hope the anniversary one is either a stamina or a wise, I think. I would probably be happy about that. Why do I still feel the need to get event cards? I guess it's just for collection. It is what it is. I mean, the event cards just naturally comes because we're just auto training and the event points just build up. So, or we're just training in general, and the event points will just naturally come to us. So it's fine. It's not really like a need. It just happens at this point, right? I think I'll build Minato over Soldier 11. Evelyn will always be my favorite team for fire. They are reworking Shiyu defense, so it's on Monday now. Yeah, that's why I was like, huh, this is weird. It's weird because I think Deadly Assault still changes on Friday, so I think they may be cooking something for a third technically fourth, or is it fourth technically third? I think I'm gonna say fourth technically third because there's threshold, which is weird because they haven't updated it yet and it still says like 40 something days. So I'm kind of sussed out on how long they're actually planning to take to update the threshold. Kind of weird how they're taking this long. Maybe they're finally going to update threshold and they found a time, or they're actually going to make a fourth one. I should have done the thing, but or they're actually going to make a fourth one and I'll be part of the rotation along with Shield Defense and Deadly Assault. Maybe. I don't know, I'm just guessing here. Oh no, maybe I should just do the Queen Elizabeth then. because there's a mission on it. But we still have this turn, right? Yeah, we still have this turn, so. Yeah, I think I'll probably that building Monata will probably be more technically useful because you already have the rest of the team built for Monato. So, well, I mean, it's not like I can't just slap Soldier 11 with. Would she work with? Well, I guess as long as I put Ashford, then she'll be fine. So she'll probably work with Seed. Because there's still a soldier class or whatever we called it. Can't remember the word off the top of my head right now. So maybe I can do that. It'll be like an electric fire. Because I still use Bernice if it wasn't obvious more than I do Evelyn for some odd reason. I think I just like using Anomaly a lot. I think that's just the case. But yeah, for another fire team, I mean, technically we have two, and Bernice and Evelyn, but feels like I only have Bernice. But I can use Evelyn. But it wouldn't mind having a slightly updated fire team, even though Minato was kind of a downgrade based on ranking. But it still worked. It's not like he was bad. You know? I hope they make a Shiyu defense a little bit more harder. I think they did try because I think they extended the timer. I thought it ended like 2 minutes, but I think it's like 5 minutes now. And then lastly, speaking of Fire Emblem, have you played Engage? I think Three Houses still had the best lore. Engage has the best gameplay, I think, and the character designs are also pretty spot on. Sir, I believe you were already commenting by the time I played Engage. Let me check when Engage came out actually. I'm pretty sure it's been a couple years. Yeah, 2023, you were definitely commenting. I have a whole 38 videos on Engage. Nova. I have a whole 38 videos on Engage. So, yeah. Quick answer is yes. The quick answer is yes. If you want to check it out, there you go. There's a whole playlist. Even if it's just for, you know, background. I'll appreciate it, though. I'll appreciate it. But yeah, you were definitely commenting. That was 2 years ago. That was 2 years ago. Oh, we want... Actually... What do we want? I guess that... but have you played Engage? Engage has the best gameplay, I think. And character designs are also pretty spot on. I enjoyed both. Is the easy answer. I don't know. I just enjoyed both. But I think if I were to differentiate which one I enjoyed or liked more, it would probably be Three Houses because I think I like the characters more. In a way, like I think I like those group of characters more than Engage's group of characters. I guess is what I'm saying. Like yeah, like I know that like all a group a mix of the old Fire Emblem characters. No shade to them. It's just I really like the three houses. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. Which is why one of my when Byleth was announced as a DLC player in Smash, I immediately wanted to main her, but I did have to go through a different mains because I don't think I was gonna win or at least go too far with Byleth if I was gonna bring her to tournament. If I'm gonna be honest, for myself, I had more confidence in bringing Joker because that was my main before Byleth. Before Joker, it was a lot of mix because there wasn't really that one character I really messed with. So I was just messing with whatever characters I was good at using at the time. And then after Byleth, Joker, I think before I went to my first Genesis tournament, I picked up Fox literally 2 weeks before. And out of all the tournaments I've been with Fox, for the first time in probably the hardest tournament with like, or the biggest tournament I've been to, because it's one of the big ones in, I guess, like Evo, like there's Evo, but there's also Genesis and all that. It was one of the big Smash tournaments, I guess. But Evo used to be one of them when Evo used to have the Smash in it. And I went farther than I did with any of the other characters. So I was like, okay, then I'll just keep using Fox. But I think I hit a wall and I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know who my real main is, but I do enjoy using those. I guess those three are my best. And I'm don't really know where my Pyramithra is. Or Aegis, just to call him short. Or Pithra, however you want to call him. But ever since my last tournament, I decided to just wait until the next game, which will probably be another few years. And maybe before the next game comes out, I'll go to one more tournament just to get that feeling again. But since then, I've just been playing the game out of for just for fun, just for fun. Still like a little competitive because I still have that competitive edge whenever I play for fun. And uh, pretty much can play nearly the whole roster. Not like stupid good, but pretty decent. Most of them. There's a few wonky characters. I'm just like I don't get how to play this character. But other than that, yeah, that's a whole tangent I went on. But sorry about that. I guess I went off with Violet, huh? Can come off a tangent off anything. But anyways, that is all the comments from Nova. Next comment is from Corn. Thank you, Nova, for the comments. Appreciate it as always. Next comment is from Corn. First one says, yeah, the PSP 3 I'd get for mods, so if it drops. Hopefully people stop trying to sell the Vita for ridiculous prices. I mean, it depends which one or which color also. I mean, obviously, if you're trying to go with the popular color, like I think it was aqua blue, that one's gonna run you $300, like on the cheaper side. Most likely without the box. You're looking 500 plus, maybe 400 if they're nice. For CIB are complete in box with the charger and all that, obviously. But if you're looking at without just the charger and the console, most people would still probably sell that for close to 300. That's just the aqua blue one. I think you could find Vitas for $150 range, $150 range, but it'll most likely be just a normal black one, which I'm pretty sure you wouldn't mind. if if anything, you could probably just reshell it yourself if you feel comfortable, obviously. I wouldn't say that's too bad for more of a recent handheld. And yeah, did it do well? No, but it's still for what it is, it's still good. It just didn't do too well. I've been looking at PS Vitas just for fun, specifically the neon orange one, and I've seen it be around the same prices as the other colors, which is without the box and all that are under 200. I mean, the people are still selling Game Boy colors with the box and all that for like 200 something. So I wouldn't say it's that bad. I think you would, if we're putting those two in comparison, obviously you would probably have more use with the Vita because you could get more modern-ish games, more modern games at least. And then there's a PSP3 if it is what it is. Being able to play the whole PS4 library from what that picture said and access to the PS5 library. I think that's quite a deal. Especially if you have... My question is, yes, okay, it has access to the PS4 library, but what happens... I feel like I already know the answer to this, but I'm just gonna say it regardless. But what happens to people who has the hard copies for the PS4 and they own the game, but you're not obviously to handheld, so you're not able to I guess I'm thinking it'll be like some kind of cloud thing, right? But then that would have to involve having PSN, but I'm not looking to have PSN. I'm not trying to pay no membership. It's been years since I paid for any online membership for Xbox or PlayStation. I don't really justify the price, especially for someone who doesn't really play online on the consoles anymore. But back to the Vita, I don't think it's too bad if you're looking for like a pretty good condition or refurbish for like under 200. I wouldn't think that's too much unless you're trying to go look at the whole box and everything. And then yeah, you're looking at like 300 plus depending on the color you want. Because I think most of them are like 300 plus, based on the color, regardless. Like even if it's used, or I'm pretty sure you've seen it because you say the prices are ridiculous. Yeah, with the box used, you're looking at like 300 to 500. So, you know. I've also been looking at like, cause I guess in a way, I kind of just want to have all the handhelds. I don't know. I just kind of got a random thing. So I'm kind of just thinking, What if I get one handheld of each and maybe try to make it like the version I want or the edition I want? I don't know. I was gonna use the DSi as an example, but I don't even know what like fancy or like collab versions they had with other games. So I don't really know. But let's say like the 3DS, the new 3DS XL, because the one I had was the first 3DS XL. Let's say the new 3DS XL, if I were to get one for like collection, then I'm looking at maybe the Galaxy one or the I guess the Pikachu one, or the was it 25th anniversary with the original Fire and Pokemon Fire and Blue faceplates on it. That one's probably one of the more expensive ones. Clean inbox and all that. Man, getting pretty nerdy here, but it's all good. I love it. A DS Lite, because from what I remember, I know I had the red one. What? Maybe I did really like red as a kid. But it's weird. I felt like I always defaulted towards blue at the same time. So it's kind of weird, but it is what it is. I know I had one, and I knew the hinge was messed up. I know I didn't. I didn't throw it away, but just like some of my other missing stuff, I don't know where it went. And those are pretty cheap. I saw I'm kind of sad I passed up on it. There was a Legend of Zelda one, so another gold one for like $80. It's not bad. And then I came across a website where they can customize it, freshen up everything. It's like, but I don't think I can justify getting a DS Lite fixed up and all that, because I think I'd rather be using my 3DS more. At least that's what I think. I guess I can use consoles, for example. Even though I have the old charcoal gray N64, I wouldn't mind at least either having the Fantastic Orange one or the Hey Pikachu one. So yeah, that's kind of like my idea. Kinda. But thank you, Corn, for that comment. Your other one says, I got second place in the finals of Group A, so not bad. Hey, that's actually pretty good. And it's Group A, so you did better than me for sure. For sure. I think that was given because you went to Group A regardless. That's good. That's good. Congrats. But thank you, Corn, for all the comments. Appreciate it as always. And lastly is a comment from Tanoki, and it says, why does Shushu have 191 TP out of 100? LOL. I just realized this. You notice the little things that most people wouldn't probably notice. Which is kind of funny, but can I pick any of this? Doesn't it all... What? I'm just a little confused. Whatever. If it lets me do it, I guess I'll just do it. But 91 TP out of 100. I probably just press... It probably wanted me to refresh more, and I just press the plus button. Or whatever button that gives it the max, and then made me over... like 200, I think. It wouldn't be the first time. It definitely wouldn't be the first time. But he You added said, did Shushu use one of those exclusive chocolates or chicken or whatever that had 100 TP recovery when he had 91 TP in his sick haze? No, I don't think I've ever used the chicken or the chocolates at all because I've always had carrot juices. I still have like 700 something carrot juices, I think. So that shouldn't have been the reason. I'm pretty sure I just pressed the, I think it would be an arrow button and just pressed OK and just didn't care. I'm pretty sure that's the case. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Nova responded and said, means sometimes it's okay to not question things. There's that too. There is that too. That is absolutely correct. Some things you just don't question, or some things are better left unsaid for those types of situations, I guess. But other than that, thank you, Nova, Tanoki, and Corn for all the comments. Appreciated as always. And with that being said, we can just get the rest of the run done. Nova added another comment, so I'll just continue on with the comments. Why did I feel like there's more comments? Never mind. Nova decided to add like 7 more comments. So I'm gonna go over the 7 more comments. Starting with, also, Shushu mic is kind of distorting and sound like a banshee scary. I did notice that. I didn't mention it because I started talking about some other things. It does that once in a while. I do realize that. I don't know if it had anything to do with the way I was talking. Sometimes it do be the case, but hopefully this time it isn't. If it is like that, then obviously I'm gonna have to start considering to buy a new mic, which I was like a month ago. So I guess it is what it is. But I think it's okay. It does that once in a while, so hopefully it's okay now. Hopefully. Yeah, I'm gonna try. AAA games kind of bad for a lot of them, like Assassin's Creed Shadows. Yep, I did hear bad things about that. Especially like the Attack on Titan collab. I don't understand it either, so. But yeah, AAA games, it's like, yeah, there could be hype and all that. But you don't get to try it most of the time unless they have a demo, right? But then again, at the same time, the demo doesn't give you the full experience. So you could have a good time playing the demo. But once you get into the game and all that, there's probably more things you dislike than things you like at that point, right? So with AAA games, you're paying like $80 to $100 these days for a game you possibly won't even enjoy, but probably just wanted to play because of the hype. Whereas like gacha games, like we said, you could just play the game with whatever you have, and spending is optional. So it's kind of weird how a AAA game, I guess, community or whatever, was bashing on the $35 pack on a gacha game when their game, even on sale, is more expensive than the pack itself. And then, and which one would you end up playing more in the long run? Well, obviously, the gacha game. So even if people only spend that $35, it's still cheaper than the $40 at discount right now. And you're probably going to play once at the very least, 2 to 3 times at most if you really wanted to. For like the normal person. I guess the normal person would just be one and done, but I would say at least 2. Free-to-play experience is already what makes gacha better than all other non-gacha games. No paywall. Very true. That's pretty much what my whole what I was saying was all about. Surprisingly, leaders did okay to see him. Excuse me. The sheer amount of betweeners is probably what caused it. True. Next GFL2 characters is a physical sniper. Fun fact about this character is that she was the exclusive global server character in GFL1 before they made her available in all servers. I don't remember what my stats, but I'm pretty sure speed wasn't high enough, so I'm gonna just treat her as if I'm gonna try to possibly get a parent out of her and not get the gold skills without the evolution. As I go over the rest of the comments. Yuhi was the Korean server exclusive character. Oh, I didn't know that. I did not know that. Well, I don't know who the character is. But another physical character would be nice for physical team, which is what, Yuhi's team as well, along with, I haven't used them in a long time actually, so I don't really remember the team or if I even had a team for it. Yeah, I don't think I even built the team. I did pull for Yuhi though, because I do like her. But other than that, nope. The devs did say that they won't use the same travel mechanism for each region, so we might be ditching the bike. Maybe we get our own ship or even spaceship for the next region. Because the bike will for sure be. Well, why are we even talking about the next region if we gotta enjoy the bike first, you know? Just kidding. I don't know. Maybe a ship. I mean, technically they could have do that. They could have done that in Renacida. And if they did the area a little different, since like the echo boats were kind of their thing. So I think maybe that was a missed opportunity. But I mean, maybe after the main story, they'll have an update, just like when Huang Long had the update for the flight. I'm pretty sure that'll be more than enough time to enjoy the motorcycle. I still need it. Speaking about Wuwa, I still need to do the story, which I will be recording after this video. So yeah, that's pretty much gonna be. I'm just gonna pick that. Whatever. That's gonna be posted a few hours or so after, an hour or so after this video, and I think Zenless gets released tonight, Monday night. So tomorrow we'll be getting the Xiaoguang banner video, and then hopefully Wednesday also the story. If not Wednesday, if I do get it done Monday night or Monday morning after it updates, that'll probably be the best. That way I don't have to worry about it. And then maybe I'll just post both on Tuesday. We'll see what I do. Because I think I can definitely get it done. As long as I record JP's video earlier. Because I'd feel more comfortable having JP's video done before we're recording a story video. And then lastly, I think Rover means more to the Fraxidus than everyone else. Paimon is emergency ration, remember? True, but there has been speculation on like what Paimon actually is and who she really is. So maybe she's more I mean, I think that has been a thing for a long time. It's just like she is still emergency food rations at the end of the day, right? Well, like I said, I never really hated Paimon. Did she yap a lot? Yes, she still yaps a lot, but even before her voice changed, I still never really hated it. She was just basically just there talking for the traveler. Because even until this day, the Trailblazer, obviously Belle and Wise, even Rover talks way more than the Traveler. But other than that, that is it for all the comments now for sure. I just refreshed it. But we ended off with 1772 speed, 1385 stamina, 1555 power, 1310 guts, and 1229 on Wise. Honestly, this is probably what I'm looking at average. Obviously, my best runs would most likely be speed at the 1900s, which would probably push power to closer to cap. I don't know about guts, and I'm just glad Wise still made it to 1200. So pretty much the only way is to see. I will probably be around the same mid UBs, right? If I were to get what I said, it'll probably be around mid UBs. So really just a good run to push me there, because I don't know. I just never really done too good with the Highlander set, having one of each thing. It's been a thing since the beach scenario, so. Because in the beach scenario, it's primarily using like guts or two guts most of the time, while also doing like two speed here and there, depending on the Uma. But I guess it is what it is. Did I say the stats? Oh, whatever, I'll just say it again. 1772 speed, 1385 stamina, 1555 power, 1310 guts, and 1229 Wise with an S aptitude on long distance. But yeah, that's not even the best one. The UC7 auto training did better. But with that being said, guys, that is going to be the end of this video. If you guys did make it this far, I do want to say thank you. If you guys can, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below, and let me know how your guys' weekend were. Since it's I guess pretty much the beginning of training, or not pretty much the beginning, it is around the beginning of prep for the next CM. Let me know who you guys are thinking about bringing. I mean, for me, it's pretty much the obvious. I'm gonna train Kita, anime collab, or Ferv. Ooh, I can tomorrow. I can train Top Road, the Christmas one with the pants, because she is the long distance one, right? So there's her. I think both of them were long distance, like her original one too, but so we can give her a shot as well. Obviously, we're gonna try to bring anime collab Cap again, because she is mile or long distance. And there's just options there. Maybe even try a McQueen. I mean, last time I did pretty well. I had a runner wall, right? So who knows what is it going to be this time around. But yeah, let me know who you guys are thinking about bringing. And if you guys had started training, let me know who you guys started training as your options. And if there's anything else you guys do want to talk about or ask me, just leave it down in the comment section down below. As long as it's appropriate, I'll go over it. And if you guys haven't joined our Discord server, link is down in the description. There is a channel called Circle Quest for those who haven't joined a circle or are looking for a circle to join. Y'all are free to join the circle that I'm in. It's called Shushu. Once you give that a search, hit request join. It'll let me know that you want to join the circle. Then after that, head over to the comment section or the Circle Quest channel on the Discord server down below. And let me know that you sent the request along with your in-game name just so I can make sure to add you into the circle and add somebody else. But with that being said, guys, that is going to be it for this video. Thank you once again. And as always, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.